So
Yeah,
listen, man,
man.
you shared some things that I never thought about before. Like, how do you sort of handle those negative situations? So I'm going to start this Q&A with something that I've thought of. When is it time
Sure.
for like a third party management breakup? What is sort of that breaking point, and what does it look like to transition to a different manager?
It's a culmination of things. So if it wasn't just uh, if it's just one thing, like, hey, there was a manager there that wasn't doing a great job, like that's one thing. But it's usually a culmination of things. I have decent intuition, and you can kind of tell, like, hey, this isn't going down the right path. It's kind of like having an employee. I understand, if you hire an employee, you don't want to let them go right away because, shoot, man, maybe they can improve here. You just train them, you spend a bunch of time and effort and pay them and whatever. So you kind of end up holding on. But once you start noticing a few things like slipping here and there, it's probably time to have a conversation and to head that off as soon as possible. If you
Yep.
don't see a change right away, storage is tough because it's almost like a 30 to 60-day lag, right? You don't see the increase in occupancy until like 30 days later. You don't really see a problem until 60 days later. But number one, the employee, that's an easy one to fix. Visit, secret shop. If you don't get the warm and fuzzies, they got to be go. Because again, you're the owner. You're the one on the hook for the loan. You're the one raising capital, making, hopefully not promises, but commitments to investors. And if you're not performing, which we had problems, guys, I'm fine to share that openly. Like we had problems, and I wish I would have been able to do more to fix some of that. Some of it's outside of our control, but yeah, it's a culmination of things. And you have to, as an owner, kind of say, where is the cutoff point for you? I got to see good reviews. I got to see good review responses. I got to see a good manager in place. And I got to understand your sales funnel, your closing ratios roughly, right? How are you going to be driving that revenue for me? Again,
Yeah.
James, you and I can get the gate fixed, right? I mean, anybody can do that. Come on. I mean, I think that's where property management companies kind of miss it. How do you drive revenue? That's the most important question to me.